rappers. If I send the dressers, they gon' come and stretch.
What it is, it's your boy Deuce, Teddy, and Quail reporting with the facts, opinions, and BS straight from the top of the key. Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hey, I'ma tell you, y'all got to the end of November to win that shmoney. It's all about this shmoney. So look, y'all need to go into episode 7, go into that TikTok, go into that YouTube episode 7. Let us know. All y'all gotta do is go get yourself in that raffle to
Even
win.
if you don't know nothing about basketball, tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
You got better odds of hitting this than hitting that mega. So go ahead, jump in there.
This is free money. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Get on there, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe.
Tune on in.
Just say anything. You got a chance to win it. Free money.
I don't even know. Look, for real, I take the 250. I take the 250.
You ain't gonna guess right though, because you hate my boy too much. You ain't gonna get it right.
Nah,
you go
when
ahead
it comes to that shmoney, I know what's up. So
you go ahead and put your 2 cents.
Look, I put my 2 cents in Luca. And guess what, Luca? I got that 250. What's up? All right, go ahead and get us cracking, boy.
All right. Let's get it to it. Let's talk about these 76ers. Ben Simmons returning, should we say home? Ben Simmons returning to Philly.
To Philly, that's what it is. Home. Home is a place where you're welcome, regardless. He's not welcome to Philly.
Right. So the Nets lost their game. And not only did they lose their game, they lost without my boy Maxey. Without Embiid and Harden. And everybody, 10 out of 10 people are going to say that those are the 3 best players on that team.
They are.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think Maxey would be the 4th best player. No. Because you got Tobias Harris.
No, Maxey is better than him this year.
He is not better than him. The way that system works, that it caters to Maxey being able to do more than Tobias Harris. But he's not better than Tobias Harris.
This year he is. But we ain't gonna argue about that. The fact that they lost with them three not even being there, and Ben Simmons having another career night.
Yeah.
With the 11-11 and 7, I believe. And Kevin Durant showing up but not showing up.
So what I would say is, I mean, in that game, you started to see Kevin Durant kind of withdraw. So the game before, you seen him with 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and that's cool. Once he hits, I say under 7, then that's when you really got to start, paying attention to it, because he ended up doing 5 and 5 that game.
Mm-hmm.
He did 5 and 5, and I'm like, all right, so now I'm eager to see what it looks like next game, because if he does less than that, now it gets back to him, taking deferring to Ben Simmons to do all of that work. But before I even looked at the game, I was kind of like, it's annoying, like when you see matchups like that, like you really want, like last year when it was supposed to happen, Ben Simmons was hurt. This year it's supposed to happen. You got Harden out, like you said, and Embiid out, Maxey out. So I'm like, man, like what kind of game are we going to get from this? But it takes me back to the year post-bubble, right?
Mm-hmm.
When the 76ers for a nice amount of time was playing with like seven players. And like Danny Greenbaum was the best player on the court. You had Shake Milton as the starting point guard. I think that's around the time he went off for 61 game. And you seen them with just those few players. You seen them winning games with just those few players. So did I count them out? I'm like, yeah, when you're going against the likes of KD, Kyrie, Ben Simmons starting to, find himself, Joe Harris getting back into the groove of things. When you got stuff like that, and you factor that in and you see who's not on the 76ers, I think most people be like, yeah, that's probably not going to be a game. But I remember either talking to you or Quell on the phone, and I said, but that'll be the game they'll lose, because that's the game people go into and be like, oh, yeah, we got this one. Harden ain't playing, and Embiid ain't playing. Maxey ain't playing. Yeah, we got this one. And Dude, I don't even remember the 76ers not having a lead during that game. Tobias Harris was in this, like, he was comfortable. He left that game. He came back. And once he came back, he was balling. I seen him have his way with Joe Harris. But like I said, before that game, I was sitting there looking, and I was just like, man, I really was looking for a rival-like environment. That's what I was looking for. And then I watched the game. And I'm like, dang, really? The 76ers winning? Like, how? And you got like Paul Reed. He's 6'9". He coming out doing numbers. I mean, how many rebounds that man had, bro? Off the bench? That man Paul Reed had 10 rebounds off the bench,
10 rebounds.
19 points, 3 steals, 2 blocks. So I'm like, dang. But, you know, I'm watching the Harris to Harris matchup. Anything Joe Harris? Yeah. I'm watching Joe Harris guard Tobias Harris, and the whole time I'm thinking, ain't Ben Simmons in the game? Why Ben Simmons ain't taking that matchup? Because Tobias Harris is having his way with Joe Harris, getting exactly where he wanted, when he wanted, and from time to time they get a double team, but he'll get fouled on that double team, or they'll knock the ball out and he'll get it back, or maybe he don't get it. But for the most part, he was scoring buckets. So I'm like, hey, Quill, this is the opportunity for Ben Simmons to go ahead and step up and take that challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, they fumbled that one. But Ben Simmons did, like you seen him in the post-game conferences. He does look like his mental stability is back, which I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him that, I want everybody to be mentally at peace. He had 3 steals and 3 blocks that game. He didn't foul out. So, hey, good stuff. However, y'all lost to a team without a damn superstar on that floor.
Yeah. Yep. You hit it on the nail. We're gonna move into the next topic, talking about the Lakers and the AD show. AD ain't played like this since he was on the Pelicans or something?
Look, AD is in his bag.
Why is it taking him so long? Like, he ain't played like this even when they won championship. He wasn't getting
I think it's the lineup. It's AD. You got to understand, playing next to a player like LeBron, the caliber of LeBron, you got to think what it does to you mentally and systematically. You got to think about what it does. Now you see there's no LeBron there, but there's a lot of people also questioning AD. And AD, we know AD was a dog on the Pelicans through and through. Pre-injury, during injury, post-injury, 9 blocks, shooting up trays. You know what I'm saying? Like, we knew, rebounding machine, we knew AD was a machine. When you put AD on the team with LeBron, it changes everything. I felt AD was the best player on that team. LeBron is getting old. He's getting old. I know AD is the best player on that team. It doesn't take away anything from LeBron. LeBron could have better nights than AD, but I know as far as like what is worth, AD, that should be your first option. LeBron James will get going. You prioritize AD, LeBron James will get going. He will, but I don't think that's how it works. And then you brought in Russell Westbrook. Didn't make no sense. But now it's the AD show. Now Westbrook able to play how he want to play. Nobody has to worry about the LeBron system. And now you start to see them flourish. So keep balling, young squo. Stay healthy. Stay out of them street clothes. Stay in that game. And you're going to see more of this. That don't mean y'all going to win every game, though, or any of the games. That don't mean that.
I mean, his last game against the Suns, 37 points and 21 rebounds. My God, them like Will Chamberlain numbers right there.
Chamberlain, that's history. What? He's the first player to do that since 1973?
Yep,
1973 to 74 season with 35 plus points,
ridiculous,
20 plus rebounds, 5 steals, 5 blocks.
Do you think that make his stock go up? As you as a Laker GM, do you sit here and you still think, okay, I'm still gonna trade these guys, I'm still gonna rebuild? Or do you keep AD and get rid of LeBron and get rid of Westbrook How would you take that?
if you basketball savvy on any degree, AD has value. You know AD has value. The only thing that diminishes AD's value is his durability.
That's the
So
big
so
question
when
mark.
people seeing this, now they saying that's the AD we expect. Where has that AD been? That's what we talking about. That's who I want. Now they're gonna stay tuned and they're gonna be locked in with like this to see like, okay, any day now, AD gonna go out. So if
Them
he able
Dwight
to keep
Howard numbers.
if he continue to play, keep playing through this, then and he stay healthy, oh yeah, his marketability it's finna go
Are
through
you?
the roof. And you already know, I talked to Dan Superman the other night. Dwight Howard, he said he called AD. He said, look at what I'm doing over here in Taiwan. You could do that on the Lakers. And look at him.
So you as a GM, would you be if AD keep this up, you would keep him, or are you still rebuilding and getting more for your buck now?
You gotta pick a direction, LeBron or Westbrook. That's what you gotta do as the GM, LeBron or Westbrook. You gotta figure out who you want next to AD. And then trade the other one, get assets. Only thing is, Westbrook now he's adding production back to his name, building his marketability, building his real estate, his profit, right?
Mm-hmm.
By doing that, now you're able to get something for him. You get teams who's willing to consume that hefty contract and to give up a few pieces. Or you trade LeBron. You know, you can see LeBron the rest of the season. You know people gonna give for LeBron.
I'm keeping LeBron.
Cause
He gonna put butts in seats.
on me,
If
because I was gonna
anything,
say, even if
if
they don't win, you
anything,
know,
he
people
gonna
gonna
put
come
butts
out to
in seats.
see
LeBron
LeBron.
James.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm definitely rolling with that.
That's
But
revenue.
shout out to AD with them type of numbers.
Oh yeah. Big shout out AD, the Brown.
Like he balled. He is in
That
his
boy put up he
bag.
put up them 2K my career numbers.
Yeah.
8-minute quarters on rookie.
Crazy. Man, we gonna hit into our next topic. We got a lot of injuries.
Oh yeah.
Significant injuries.
Oh yeah.
Some of the big ones, Tyrese Maxey, small fracture in the left foot. How you feel like that's gonna deal with the 76ers? Kevin Love. I mean, Kevin Love is more of I feel like a locker room presence than anything.
I mean, but if you go and look at some of these games, like Kevin Love had a game this year, I'm like, damn, Kevin Love balling. So I think
Yeah,
like
but
if I think he was on somebody's podcast last year, did an interview somewhere, and he talked about his mental stability going from that championship caliber to being like nothing. And he was like, it took him a while to realize how toxic he was in that locker room. Like he didn't see how much going from being a champion to competing for a championship to just 100% destruction of a team to not even competing at all. He was just angry all the time. He didn't want to be there and all this other stuff. And one day he took a step back and was like, I should be using my experience to better the young ones that are going to take over. And that's when he decided to quit pushing for the trade and everything like that in Cleveland. Like I seen the game where he was balling, and I said, man, that dude could still ball. So I think it does hurt them to a degree when you don't have him coming in the game because he stretches the floor. You know, he still can, like when we look at how players like Jokic passed that ball, Kevin Love was doing that. So being able to shoot,
to a
being able to
degree.
pass, being able to rebound. I mean, it doesn't hit like Embiid being out, you know, but he still brings value to that team.
Mm-hmm.
So when you got players like Mobley up and down and Jared Allen up and down, you want to have players like K-Love where you can stick on that floor and you know you pretty much gonna get instant production, whether it shows up on the stat sheet or not.
Right. But do you feel like that's a bigger detrimental to the Cavaliers as Tyrese Maxey to the
No,
76ers?
No, because the Tyrese Maxey is more of a cherry on top. Embiid out, Harden out, Maxey out. So that's more of a cherry on top. On the Cavs, you still got Mitchell, you still got Garland, you still got
Beast.
Allen, you still got Mobley.
Beast.
Like,
I said beast.
oh yeah.
Beast
So
players.
y'all good. So no. But you keep looking at it. Now you go to the Clippers, who has no Paul George. He got a right hamstring tendon strain. So there's no time frame on that as of right now. Kawhi Leonard just got back, and you already know he was on minute restrictions, like John Wall is on minute restrictions. You already know he's not playing back to backs. So on top of that, now he got he got an ankle sprain. So now that adds to it. So it's like, because remember the beginning of the season, even up to this point, people still talk about if the Clippers can get back, the Clippers would be their top contender. People talking about the big three on the Clippers, well, Wall and Paul George and Kawhi, they taking them over Steph, Wiggins, and Clay, and you taking three people that can collectively in one game probably play up to 15 minutes because they ain't never really on the floor. So I think that's a tough blow for the Clippers as well, I guess. But the beneficial thing is you got players like Terrence Mann, you got players like Kofi, you got players like Moore Senior, players like Mr. June, Reggie Jackson, who has been filling in those shoes for this period of time, who can continue to do that. However, when you talk about competing for an NBA championship, you're not going to get it without those guys playing in the regular season. You're not going to get it without them playing in the regular season.
Facts. I think Kawhi Leonard, not Kawhi, Paul George being out, he's an even bigger hit than Kawhi Leonard.
Paul George started the season on fire.
He's been that dog though. He's been that dog.
Yeah, Paul George this season, I'm talking about this season alone, he did not start just scoring. I'm big on that. Don't talk to me about somebody balling if they just scored 37 points and ain't do shit else. They were scoring. They were hot with the ball in the hoop. That's not balling to me. Paul George was balling. He was getting rebounds. He was getting assists. He was playing defense. He was scoring. Like, he was all around balling. You know what I'm saying? And when you see Kawhi on that court, I got it. He got many restrictions, but even with those many restrictions, he looked like he's even more restricted on that court because he put up just numbers that are just like not even a mirror image of himself.
Fugazi.
So
I just think Paul George is that guy on that team. He's been that guy.
I mean, Paul George would give it to Kawhi Leonard, which is cool, but
he gonna be my first option. I'm going with PG. He just been reliable, but
it just depends on what you want. I mean, it just depends on what you want and what day it is.
They lucky they got off to a hot start because
it's gonna be a long season for them. But then another injury we ain't really talk about was D-Lil. Now D-Lil injured again. He was balling. That's the game where the Jazz got rescued, and now they say right now 1 to 2 weeks, and it's been about a week since that injury, close to a week since that injury.
But I will say this though, your boys, because I know you a D-Lil fan and you support the Trailblazers, they've been balling.
Without D-Lil,
they've been balling without him.
But you know why? Because D-Lil is contagious. D-Lil is in there. He's empowering those young guys, and he's showing them when they're practice. He like, you see that what I do? That's the same thing you could do. So when Paul George get them Twitter fingers and be like, that's a bad shot, you gonna take that same shot and bust his ass and shut him up. So that's what you see in them young guys.
Yeah. Same thing I would say with like a John Morant, because them boys play good without him. But D-Lil on a whole nother caliber. He got more season to him. But
with John Morant, you can't teach athleticism.
No. Yeah, be going with that.
But you see how they're telling I was looking at something they were saying John Morant needs to learn how to make the people around him better. And I'm like, I swear that's what he was doing last year, but okay. But I get what they're saying though. But I say the difference last year was they're going to the game. They were like, no Ja Morant, nobody's expecting anything. So they were giving like that, yeah, this finna be easy. Now this year they like, oh, we know what y'all about. Try again, sucker. So they finna play you like Ja Morant playing.
Yep. Yeah. It's that time to talk about your boys and them Warriors. They rested all for you All-Stars back-to-back games. And y'all lost by 45.
Dude, I'd be so conflicted with them. But
You
it's like
think
I
it's you think it's the coach? You think it's all him?
nah, I think it's just the organization. If it was all him, you'll see a rift. You'll see a rift. But they seem like they all on the same accord, from players to the coach to the training staff to the heads of the organization. They seem like they all on the same accord. They're prioritizing the end goal over these little games. Because I feel like they can go in that game. That game they lost, they could have won in that game, played the hard hitters, and they could have won. Why they're choosing to take this route, I don't know. I think it's turning into the common thing in a league where, you're just resting players on these back-to-backs. As a fan, it annoys me. Like, if I pay my money to go see these people play, it annoys me. But then even as a fan that didn't
Definitely.
invest my money, it annoys me because it's like, come on, like, we trying to get out of a slump. We're not gonna do it by doing these type of experiments. So it just annoys the hell out of me, because like some of them dudes don't be knowing what the hell they doing. And I'm like, hey, y'all send Wiseman to the G League. Send some of these other players back to the G League, like Kaminga. Send him to the G League. Um, some of them other people, send them somewhere to the practice squad, the cheerleading squad. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I wish they go back to the old mentality where they playing. But, you know, all I can say is if we get to that championship again at the end of this year and it pays off, I shut the hell up about it and be like, I don't like it, but it worked. So let's do it.
That's what I think it is. It's like giving them older guys a chance to make it to the end of the season and win when it count.
Yeah.
Like, y'all don't have to be the top two seeds in
Mm-mm.
order to win a championship. Y'all could be the first team to be a seventh or eighth seed and win a championship. I think the lowest seed to ever win was a sixth seed. Like, it don't matter what seed y'all in going into the playoffs, y'all can still win. And that's what I'm trying to look at. Like, are they trying to just cruise their way into the season, trying to develop the bench, trying to develop the young players so y'all can make a run into the playoffs and win with ease? Because, as good as shape and as good as a player Steph is, he can't do it by himself.
Yeah.
He gonna need some help. And Clay, he may give you 41 this night, but he may give you 12 the next 3 nights or something.
Yeah.
And then Andrew Wiggins, you really don't know. And now Jordan Poole, I don't know. He's definitely not the same man as he was yesterday. I think Draymond must have knocked the coins out of him or something.
Nah, he
So
got paid.
he probably content.
I
So
think I think he got paid, number one. Number two, he spent half his time carrying the ball. I done seen him call it like 2, 3 times in this game. Like, dude. And it's just like stupid, obvious carries. So I'm like, come on, dude. Like, damn. But I think that I I hope that's what they're doing. But
like you said, as a fan, like, you don't want to pay to cruise through the season, and then I may turn it up on the playoff season, but we want to see the stars play. We want to see y'all
yeah,
win.
I would
Nobody want
yeah.
to lose and limp into the playoffs and then start winning.
But I don't even think they are limping to the play. I think the other thing is they are comfortable. They like, we know we're gonna have a playoff spot. And honestly, it doesn't matter who we play. We beat the best of the best all the time. Whenever we're in these situations, we beat the best of the best. You name one time since we went to the NBA finals that we have lost to the best of the best
Only
prior to getting
once.
to the NBA finals. They haven't. They made it to the NBA finals every time. So I think for them, they're looking at like, we're going to get a seed, a playoff seed. We'll play whoever we play, and we'll beat them. And the worst thing
Yeah.
that can happen is we get the 8 seed, and guess what? We play the best team in the West, and we'll beat them. We just knocked out the best team in the West. Now everybody else, here we come. So I think
just don't give us those maps. We don't want them.
please. Look, I love to make more money off your ass this year. And we can get back to it. It's nothing
Hey
to
man,
it.
you got lucky there, boy.
What?
You got lucky there, but we ain't finna even talk about that,
Exactly.
man. Look, we ain't even
Exactly.
talking about it. We got time to get into this debate segment for tonight.
Oh, the busy. Let's get into this debate. What's our topic for tonight?
Tonight we have who had the greatest rookie debut.
The greatest rookie debut game. You wanna go ahead and start this one? You want?
I mean, to me, I don't care about nothing but the one and only Luka Doncic. Rookie debut, 32 minutes. That's a key part. In his rookie debut, he played 32 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
He gave you 10 points, 8 rebounds for a rookie, and I think 4 assists, shooting 32%.
You said how many points?
10 points,
10
8
points,
rebounds,
8
and
rebounds.
4 assists, I believe.
Anything else?
Shooting 31% from the field. To me,
anything from threes?
Nope. No threes, no nothing. For his first game against a Phoenix Suns.
Who was on the Phoenix Suns around this time?
That's back in 2017. I mean, Devin Booker in the same class. Let's see.
Because I think that's something that you definitely consider.
I mean, you had a Devin Booker. That's saying something. A Bledsoe, Tyson Chandler, Derek Jones Jr. Yeah, Bledsoe, Booker, Chandler. That's before what you call it got there though. TJ Warren. Yeah, that's before Chris Paul. Jared Dudley. You had some hoopers.
Did they win?
No, we lost.
Okay.
We lost that game. But let alone also, his age. He was under 20. Now, granted, a lot of people like to take away from Luka because he played professional ball overseas.
Yeah.
Before he came to the NBA. And we all know the NBA is a different type of talent than overseas, but he did play a professional basketball overseas. But Luka being my boy, I gotta ride with Luka. Because he carried that momentum into the second game. So this ain't a rookie debut season. We're talking about a rookie game.
Okay.
Definitely going with Luka. That's a solid number though. 10, 8, and 4 for anybody that's a bench player is a solid game. We would say that's a solid game. Like if Quell was here, that'd be astronomical numbers for Ben Simmons.
Yeah, astronomical. Okay.
But go ahead. Who you got? Who is in your?
All right, so I'm finna stump you because your love for Luka If you ain't had Luka, who was somebody else would you pick? You said Luka.
Luca. I like Luca. I like Ja.
Okay. Okay. So your love for Luka leads you blindly, and you're so naive you don't know any better. So I'm gonna spank your ass like your mama should have. So I'm going with Michael. Michael who?
Come on, let's hear what you got to say.
Michael Carter Williams. That's what I'm going with. Michael Carter Williams. So with Michael Carter Williams, hold on, pulling this up. 6'5" point guard, shooting guard, 190, rookie. He comes rookie game. His debut is he plays 36 minutes, 22 points, and with the 22 points, he was 6 for 10 from the field, so 60%. He was 4 for 6 from the 3-point, so 66.7% from the 3-point. 6 for 8 from the free throw line, 75%. He had 22 points, 7 rebounds, 12 assists, and one turnover. He played the Miami Heat, who had LeBron James, Chris Bosh, okay, and company, Ray Allen, and they won. You can't top that. Luka can't top that.
Where is this man now?
It don't matter. The question was the best rookie debut game.
Man now.
Best rookie debut game. 22 points compared to Luka's 10. He more than doubled you. 8 rebounds, he had 7. 1 less. 12 assists, you had 4 times 3. 1 turnover. You ain't tell me how many turnovers Luka had, but I know he had more than 1. And you talk about his shooting. You said Luka shot 31% from the field goal. He shot 60. And you say he lost to the Suns? He beat the Miami Heat. Come on now. Won the Miami Heat champions?
What team was he on?
He was on the Philadelphia 76ers.
Who else was on that team at that time?
Let me go ahead and tell you. Philly, go to this game specifically. Philly had Evan Turner, Michael Carter Williams, James Anderson, Thaddeus Young, Spencer Hall in their starting lineup. Spencer Halls. On the bench, Tony Rutten, Lavoy Allen, Daniel Orton, Darius Morris, Hollis Thompson, Brandon Davies, Kwame Brown. Exactly. On the Heat, LeBron James, Chris Bosh, Mario Chalmers, Roger Mason, Udonis Haslam. You know Dwayne Wade was on the Heat too, but he didn't play this game. Ray Allen, Norris Cole, Shane Battier, Rashard Lewis, Chris Anderson, James Jones, Michael Beasley, Joel Anthony. Come on now. You can't tell me. He had a plus minus of 12. I bet Luka. I bet you go look at Luka plus minus. It wasn't 12. So come on now. You got to do better than that, Luka fan. You got to do better than that. You showed up with a guy that gave me 10 points. Oh, man, this dude gave you 22. He gave you 22. So what's up? What's up?
He was in rebuild mode.
So you got excuses. You don't think the 76ers were? I read you they lineup.
I mean, we had Wesley Matthews, Luka, DeAndre Jordan, Finney Smith, and Dennis Smith Jr. That was our starting lineup.
Which is a better starting lineup than what he had.
What year was that? Back in 2012?
2013, 2014. He went against the Miami Heat. Exactly. You ain't got nothing to say. Debate. Adjourn. Michael Carter Williams.
Hey,
for those who watching, if y'all got anything to
say,
if y'all got anything to say about that, drop underneath. Leave a comment and tell us how y'all feel. Tell us how, because I know some of y'all thought I was gonna say Michael Jordan. I said Michael Carter Williams.
I want to see what my brother Quail would have said. Let's get into our predictions while we got a little time left.
While we got a little time. Let me get back over this way.
Yeah, look at that stuff though. Put some respect on that man's name.
Yeah, okay. You read it. You read what you had and you heard what I said. So you know better.
What's today?
All right. So Thursday, we don't have any. So we just got Friday.
Yes, sir.
So we just got Friday. So we got quite a few. So Friday, we got Timberwolves versus the Hornets. Hornets at home.
I'm going to go with the Timberwolves.
All right. You going Timberwolves? I'm going Timberwolves. All right, next we got 76ers versus Magic.
That's a tough one, but I'm going to go with the Magic on that one.
With none of the players, I'm going to go with the Magic too. All right. Then you got next game, Trailblazers versus Knicks.
I'm going to go with the Blazers on that one.
Knicks at home. I'm going to have to go Blazers. I'm going to have to go Blazers as well. All right. And we got Kings versus Celtics. I'm going to go St. Louis Celtics.
All day? Celtics.
St. Louis Celtics, yep. All right. And they at home. They 7-1 at home. All right. We got the Nets versus the Pacers. This is their trilogy.
I'm going to go with
Pacers at home.
I'm going to say KD and Kyrie going to pull it together. Ben Simmons going to give you 8-8-8.
All right. We both going Nets. I think the Nets are going to bounce back. Then we have the Wizards versus the Heat.
I'm going to go with, I don't know who all playing on the Heat, so I'm just going to guess.
I'm going Wizards.
I'm going to say the Wizards too.
All right. All right, next we got the we got the Hawks versus the Rockets. Rockets at home. I'm going Hawks.
I'm going to go Hawks as well.
All right. Next we got Pelicans versus Grizzlies. I'm going Pelicans. You said Pelicans?
Yes, sir.
All right, we got Cavaliers versus Bucks. I'm going Cavaliers.
I'm gonna say the Bucks.
All right, Bulls versus Thunder.
Go with the Bulls.
Going Thunder. Lakers versus Spurs.
Let's go Lakers.
Lakers. Pistons versus Suns.
Suns.
Jazz versus Warriors. Warriors. Nuggets versus Clippers.
Jazz. Nuggets.
All right, Nuggets. All right, so that's what y'all get for this episode with your boy Deuce, Teddy, and Laquel. It's top of the key with the facts, opinions, and BS. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, get at us.
Love.
Yes, sir.
Hope you patch shit up with God, cause we gon' bless you. Let it burn, you gon' get it bad. These just my confession. Stay in traffic, can't get picked off like no shit and duck. Keep one in the tuck. Wife be mad, but bet she still gon' fuck. Don't speak